Michigan lawmakers are now looking for money to help fix Michigan roads.
But until now, Democrats and Republicans have not been able to agree on where that money would come from.
But 6 News Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic has the inside scoop tonight and is here for you now with who could end up footing the bill.
Not many lawmakers are eager to put up a yes vote on the voting board to raise taxes on everybody. In fact, it's a no-no for many politicians, including the Republican Speaker Matt Hall and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. They both know that a general tax hike is basically off the table in their road negotiations. They reportedly, however, are opting instead for a limited tax hike on 2 items, which you're about to hear about. They are opting instead for this limited tax hike on 2 items. This conservative argues that any tax increase should give the taxpayer a choice on whether to pay it or not. In other words, not a general tax hike.
If revenues have to be raised, I would like to have them in areas where the consumer can impact those by economizing and have some control, as opposed to every time you make an extra buck, there's more money going out the door.
That's why the governor and others are reportedly looking at a tax on the wholesale cost of marijuana, and that's part of this deal pending. The industry reportedly will not fight this, and since not everybody smokes pot, it's not impacting the typical taxpayer. This tax would generate about $500 million for the roads. Likewise with the second tax, limited on vapes. It's a twofer. It would cut down on teens vaping while providing $45 million for the roads. The governor and the 2 legislative leaders, Senator Brinks and Speaker Hall, have not agreed on how to raise $3 billion. So they're now seriously looking at lowering the target to only $2 billion and then declaring victory on the roads. And then after the election, when it's safer to vote for a tax hike, they could revisit that extra $1 billion. You're in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.